Hello and welcome back to the mat. I'm Tati and today I'll be guiding you through a short yoga flow sequence to either start off your day on the right foot, or you can practice this during any time of the day. You won't need any props. Before you begin, don't forget to subscribe if you haven't already. And otherwise, I'd say let's begin in a comfortable cross-legged position. So finding a nice tall spine, rolling your shoulders up and back. Perhaps closing down your eyes or softening the gaze. Resting your hands on your knees. And taking a few deep rounds of breath as we arrive in our practice today. Letting go of any thoughts, feelings, experiences, items on our to-do list. All of that can wait for now. These next few moments are dedicated to yourself, to your well-being. Sensing into your body, feeling your breath travel throughout. And inhale gently, opening your eyes, taking a deep breath in as you sweep your arms up and overhead, breathing in. And exhale, bringing hands at prayer to heart center before bringing your right fingertips down onto the mat. Left arm reaches up and over, finding a left side body stretch. And you can bend into your right arm or come down onto your forearm, just finding some nice length across the left side body. Inhale, switching directions, so reaching that left arm over and across to the left side. Right arm reaches up and over, sinking your right sit bone towards the earth, feeling that lengthening sensation from the right hip all the way to the tips of the right fingers, opening across the ribs. Exhale, coming back through center before finding into all fours tabletop position. So placing your hands underneath your shoulders, your knees are stacked underneath your hips, and we're going to flow through a few rounds of cat-cow. So inhale, dip your belly, gaze forward. Exhale, rounding your spine, keeping your chin tucked as you come into cat pose. And then flowing between these two poses with your inhale and your exhale. Warming up the vertebra in your spine. Especially if this is your first practice of the day, this can feel really nice to bring some movement across the back body. And exhale, finding back into all fours tabletop position, walking the hands a few inches forward, tucking your toes, activating your core muscles as you lift your hips up and back into our first downward facing dog. Pedaling out the feet, so bending into one knee and the other knee. Perhaps shaking your head yes and no. And then finding stillness. You're welcome to keep a nice deep bend in your knees to help you lengthen your spine. And you want to think about drawing your belly towards your upper thighs. Keeping your neck nice and long, chin is tucked. And rooting through all 10 fingers, all 10 toes. Inhale, gazing forward, taking lots of little steps all the way to the top of the mat to find into ragdoll. So your feet are hip width distance apart, a nice deep bend in your knees. Hands are either on the mat,
block or maybe your shins, and then the option to hold onto opposite elbows and gently sway your body from left to right, releasing any tension you might be holding onto in your lower back, your shoulders, your neck. Just letting everything hang heavy. Exhale, release, and inhale, fingertips on the mat or the shins, finding a nice flat back, halfway lift. Exhale, bend your knees, plant your palms, step back into a high plank position. So your shoulders are just over your wrists, breathing in. And exhale, lower yourself all the way down onto your belly, sliding your forearms parallel to one another, gazing forward, coming into Sphinx pose. Pressing your pelvis and your hip bones into the mat, backs of the feet, pressing into the mat as you open your chest. And exhale, hands come underneath your shoulders, briefly pressing back into child's pose. So we're just going to take 2 rounds of breath here with the forehead resting on the earth, arms reaching up and over. Inhale, coming through all fours, tabletop, before finding downward facing dog. Inhale, right leg reaches up towards the sky, 3-legged dog. Exhale, stepping your right foot forward, lowering your left knee. And inhale, reaching your arms up, hips are squared towards the top of the mat, finding into a low lunge position, breathing in. And exhale, lowering your hands. Left hand comes to the inside of the right foot as you reach your right arm up, coming into a low lunge twist. And you're welcome to stay here or tuck your back toes, lifting your left knee up off the mat. Spiraling your chest open towards the right side. And exhale, release, stepping back into high plank position, and you can come straight into down dog from here or flow through a vinyasa. So keeping the elbows tucked, lowering. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, cobra or upward facing dog. And exhale, downward facing dog. 2 rounds of breath, feeling the length across the back of your body. And inhale, left leg rises, 3-legged dog, breathing in. Exhale, step it forward, left foot comes between the hands, lowering your right knee, squaring the hips to the front of the mat as you inhale, reaching your arms up towards the sky, sinking your hips low, shoulders sink towards the earth. Nice active fingers in your low lunge here, breathing in. And exhale, framing your front foot, keeping your right palm to the inside of your left foot as you reach your left arm up, low lunge twist. And again, the option to stay here or tuck your back foot, lifting the knee up off the mat, finding into a high lunge twist. Exhale, release, framing your front foot, step back into high plank, and again the optional vinyasa or coming straight to downward facing dog. Exhale, lower. Inhale, back bend of choice. We all find our way back to downward facing dog. Inhale, right leg rises. Exhale, step it forward, finding into pigeon pose. So bending your right knee, which comes to the inside of your right wrist, stretching the left leg behind. Inhale, lift your chest. And exhale, melting your body forward, either coming onto your forearms or forming a little pillow with your forearms resting your forehead on the mat. Releasing here for a few rounds of deep breath. letting any tension that's been stored up in your hips melt away. Inhale, gently pressing yourself back up. From here, swinging your left leg all the way around, bringing it over and across your right knee, which is still bent. And we're going to find into Gomukhasana pose. So left knee is stacked over the right. You can either stay here with your hands resting on your knees or bending your left arm up your back. Right arm reaches up before bending into your elbows. And then finding your fingertips or clothing if you can't quite reach. Exhale, releasing your arms, unwinding the stack of knees, reaching that left leg back, tucking your toes, and lifting yourself back into downward facing dog. Inhale, left leg rises, three-legged dog. Exhale, sweeping your left leg forward, left knee to the inside of the left wrist, right leg stretches behind, finding into pigeon on the other side. So inhale, pressing into your fingertips, lengthen your spine. Exhale, melting forward. Letting go of anything that no longer serves you. Inhale, gently lifting yourself back up and sweeping that right leg over and across, finding into Gomukhasana. So stacking your right knee over your left, either staying here with your hands on your knees or bending the right arm up the back. Left arm reaches up towards the sky before bending your elbow, and then finding either your fingertips, your wrists, or an item of clothing. Maybe the side feels a little bit more open or maybe a bit tighter than the other side. That's totally normal. And exhale, release the arms, just swinging that right leg over, and we're going to come into our butterfly fold. So bringing the bottoms of your feet to touch, open the knees. Maybe holding onto your feet as you bounce the legs briefly up and down, like the wings of a butterfly. And then finding stillness, either with a nice straight spine, maybe that's enough of a stretch for you, or you can start to round forward, releasing. And the further you move your feet away from your body, the less intense the stretch is. So if you'd like to take a more restful version, just slide your feet a little bit away from you. Inhale, gently lifting yourself back up, finding into a comfortable cross-legged position, resting your hands on your knees, closing your eyes and just taking a few moments to observe how your body and your mind feel now after just a few short minutes together on the mat. Notice what shifted in your body.
Perhaps our deep hip stretches in pigeon have helped release some tension that tends to hold in that area of the body. Bringing your palms to touch at the heart space, finding gratitude to yourself and taking these feelings of well-being out into the rest of your day. Namaste. Thank you so much for practicing with me today. I really hope that you're feeling amazing, ready to start into your day, or if you're practicing this at any other time of the day, that you enjoy the rest of your day. And don't forget to subscribe if you haven't already. It's also really helpful if you could give the video a thumbs up, leave me a little comment in the comment box, or follow this little QR code if you would like to help make a donation towards a new camera. Thank you so much for being here, and I look forward to seeing you on the mat again real soon. All my love.